Matrix. Matrix. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. We got a good little night tonight. I'm not going to lie. Good little night. I got a few videos I want to go over with you, as well as talking about my review of Disclosure Day, because I went to go see it yesterday. So, if this is your first time Wait, nah. Well, first, if this is your first time coming through to this channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that follow. We are live on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube right now. For those who don't know, this is the Alien Hour. Yes, the Alien Hour, where I just react to some videos, giving my belief. All of our beliefs, probably. Are they here with us? Of course. But what I want to do is play my part and just get everyone comfortable. Because God said, love thy neighbor, no matter what they look like, even if they're Eben or Gray. Yeah. And so, yeah, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and welcome, Matrix family. If you've been here before, cousin, what they do, family. Ah, yeah. And if you already seen Disclosure Day, stay to the end, because I'm going to give my review, my personal review. We're going to watch a video that gives a review as well. If you haven't seen Disclosure Day, don't even look at this live. Let you know that right now. Do not look at this live because if you haven't seen Disclosure Day, you plan on seeing it. Don't look at this live right now. It's not gonna be. I don't want to ruin it for you. But yeah, let's go and get into it. Cause first, being at first, ever since Steven Spielberg dropped Disclosure Day, well before that, UFOs been we've been seeing UFO sighting almost every day now. There's been UFO sighting almost every day somewhere in America, somewhere in the world, every day now. And now that Disclosure Day has dropped, in my opinion, I feel like we're seeing them even more. Steven Spielberg doesn't just make movies, he makes messages. Of course, he's going to say this is based off his fictional belief with a little sprinkle of truth, but I think it's the other way around when it comes to Steven Spielberg. And he does it at the right time. For example, I've been seeing nothing but UFO news on my feed all day. All day. Is it they're coming soon for real for real? Like they're here, but are they coming to make contact to not just one of us, but as an entire whole at once? Because it sounds like we're getting to that point. Like there's gonna come a point where we wake up and we're just gonna see aliens in the street. And it's gonna be okay. It's going to be okay, guys. Think about it. You probably, like me right now, single, don't have a family yet. And I'm like, and probably thinking like, huh, maybe the love of my life is not human. They could be an alien. They could be an extraterrestrial being. But we have to learn to accept this. We have to learn to accept it. Expand our consciousness. Learn not to be scared, and it's okay. They're they're beings just like us. God made numerous beings, endless beings. God's creativity is limitless. So it's okay to invite them in your home. It's okay not to be afraid. If anything, we shouldn't be afraid of them when humans, we are our own worst enemy. And that is, that's just the truth. How can we be afraid of something we don't know when we should be afraid of stuff we already do know, but we proceed to do it? Come on. It just doesn't add up. The math is not logical here. We have to get logical. We can't be logical and empathetic and not accept aliens, not accept the extraterrestrial beings, not accept our Cosmo family. But like I said, there's been UFOs in the news all day today. Like I just been seeing, I don't know if that's just how my YouTube feed is because excuse me, water, some water. I don't know if that's just how my YouTube feed is, but like I've been seeing them all day. For example, I want to get into a few of them real quick. Well, this one particular. This one, wrong one. Okay. This one's UAP disclosure. Whistleblower David Grush has pushed for transparency. Now, David Grush, I believe, is the one who stand in front of Congress. Let me let me make sure that my facts are correct. That's why we have Google in our phone, so we don't sound like an a-hole when we talk. It's okay to look and research. Yep, that's exactly who this is. UAP whistleblower David Grush. Let me load this up. UAP whistleblower David Grush. Move to the top. Where the camera at? Where's my camera? Here we go. Whistleblower has pushed for transparency. I already tell people don't come to the live if you want to see disclosure, but you haven't yet. I'd always told you at the beginning don't come to this live, so I hope you're not here. It's funny how they have David as pushing for transparency. Will Steven Spielberg Will Steven Spielberg's character Daniel, Will Steven Spielberg's movie Disclosure Day main character Daniel was actually David Grush. Message. Let's see. What's on?
Rush for. My interview with UFO whistleblower David Grush for News Nation catapulted the conversation forward in 2023. You are one of the most trusted former intelligence officials in the US defense and intelligence establishment.
Yes, I was.
You were trusted with the most intimate secrets.
Yes.
But before we move to modern day, let's zero in on the point.
He's like the Edward Snowden for extraterrestrial when it comes to the releasing files. He's trying to. If he if he releases what he wants to release or how he's trying to push the transparency, is he just like Edward Snowden when it came to surveillance with CIA, NSA? Yeah.
In time when David Grush says the US government first became aware of non-human intelligence, NHI, interacting with this planet.
One sec. Okay. Because I didn't know my mic was up, but I don't know if you guys heard me. I said, basically, is David Grush the character? Is David Grush the person that Daniel portrays in Disclosure Day? Hmm, that is my first um question and a thought. And also, is Mr. Grush can we compare him to Edward Snowden revealing surveillance with the NSA and CIA when he was revealing surveillances and how us regular people are being surveilled every day through phones, computers, TVs, etc. Is that the same comparison? I don't know. I think David Grush is a little more up there because with Edward Snowden, he just let us know about the surveillance in the country. David Grush is on some let them know there's surveillance in the universe, the solar, the interstellar, where every the stars. Huh. Just a little thought. Let's get back.
So let's start from the very beginning. You say it's a 90-year cover-up.
Just about, yeah.
90 years.
1933 was the first recovery in Europe, in Magenta, Italy. They recovered a partially intact.
1933 was the first UFO recovery in Magenta, Italy. I never knew that. Let me know if y'all knew that. I didn't know that. I did not know that. See, learning is fundamental, and it's okay to say you didn't know, because that's how where learning starts. You admit you don't know, and I did not know it started in Italy. Let's run that back one more time.
Magenta, Italy. They recovered 1930, just about, yeah.
90 years.
1933 was the first recovery in Europe, in Magenta, Italy. They recovered a partially intact vehicle.
It's long been known that the regime of dictator Benito Mussolini documented numerous UAP during this time. This internal memo from the Italian Secret Services includes crude drawings of the UAP.
That's the drawing of their spaceship. That looks like the drawing of a little kid's, the drawing of a kindergarten, the drawing. Yeah, that looks like something I could draw right now. But hey, but this was like 1930 something, 1933.
UAPs. It's true, it's real.
Yeah, that actually happened. The Italian government moved it to a secure air base in Italy for the rest of kind of the fascist regime until 1944, 1945. And, you know, the Pope Pius XII back-channeled that.
So the Vatican was involved.
Yeah, and told the Americans what the Italians had, and we ended up scooping it.
After my conversation with David Grush,
The Vatican was involved with the UFO. Ain't that something?
a NewsNation producer travelled to Italy and investigated his claims.
I wonder if anyone has even gone through everything to see if there is something in writing related to UAPs from that time period.
Brian, I'm sure there's a long line of historians and scholars who want to get into those archives and actually dig through.
Our colleague also spoke with representatives from the Vatican about claims of UFO proof in their archives. A Vatican source with access to the archive did a search on behalf of NewsNation and says they found...
How many archives do you guys think are in the Vatican? I don't know why, but I think it's in the millions. The millions, because ain't no way, like, where the Vatican been around for, man, I think I learned about that in history class type shit. That junk been around for a minute, and I remember learning about every certain parts of history and it intertwined with the Vatican, or it had something to do with the Vatican. Bro, I feel like the Vatican hold more files in the court case than the courts. The Vatican holds way more files than the U.S. Supreme Courts. Dead ass for real.
And no listed reference or mention to the alleged incident in Magenta or any communication of it to the Pope, according to Vatican archive records. So it seems the Church's official party line, nothing to see here.
Of course they're gonna say that. Of course, why would it, why, that just common sense. Of course they would say that. Don't argue with me. I just know it.
Thought, the seminal event was, like, I guess Roswell in 47, and turns out there were real things that happened prior to that.
Well, speaking of Roswell, what can you tell me about the Roswell craft?
The reason why they're gonna say there was no UFO, or the Vatican's gonna say, or they're gonna say that currently right now, is because chaos creates controversy, and even though it's fact, the fact is facts, UFOs, UAPs, extraterrestrial beings, it will create a chaos because, like the movie said, you can't handle the truth. This is why they put it in movies. They don't put they put it for your entertainment, but that's why they also tell you read in between the lines. Read in between the lines, please. That's all. Once you can still enjoy the movie, but read in between the lines. It's like satire comedy. When something's funny as shit, but it's true, you know? Yeah, that's hype.
Fortunately, those details were not approved for me to talk about right now.
This much we know. In 1947, an object crashed in the New Mexico desert near the town of Roswell. The Air Force recovered material described as metallic and rubbery, though the government changed its story as to what it was, calling it a flying disc at first, then a weather or spy balloon.
Didn't they just call something a spy balloon not too long ago, a few years ago? Deja vu.
A group of Americans who definitely had something to say about what they saw, NASA astronauts.
This is Houston. Say again,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
So we have a bogey at 10 o'clock high.
Is that the booster or is that an actual sighting?
We have a what?
What?
He said we have a what at 8 o'clock now? What did he say?
Astronauts.
This is Houston. Say again, 7.
So we have a bogey at 10 o'clock high.
Is
We
that
have a
the
buggy.
booster or is that an actual sighting?
What?
Say again, 7.
So we have several, looks like debris up here, actual sighting.
As part of the Pentagon's 2026 release of
They trying to be like, what the hell your ass is doing up here? Hey. Yeah, y'all getting a little, okay, y'all getting a little too carried away now. Bring your ass back down there. Or they're probably like, okay, we see you. What up, gang? Hey, what's up, gang? Gang, these humans are in space. They developing. Do not interfere with their evolution, Eben. But Eben 2, what did I just say, Eben 1? But then I just say don't interfere. Let them float. Let them float. We cannot interfere with human evolution. Okay. They just look so cute and adorable flying in space. It's like they're growing. I'm so proud of the humans.
UFO files included are recordings and witness statements from NASA's Apollo 12, Apollo 17 and Gemini 7 missions, during which astronauts described unbelievable anomalous encounters in space. The files even include pictures showing strange lights in space.
Look at I see the 3 right there in the top right corner. 1, 2, I don't see nothing in 1. Area 1 at the bottom. Area 2, I see 3 in diagonal. Area 1's kind of crossed out. Area 2 and 5 kind of it's like horizontal. So it could be like the craft riding sideways. Area 3, okay, they caught my.
Thank you for watching.
Alright, y'all, that's the this was coming from the News Nation channel, 2.7 million subscribers. So yeah, that's that one right there. And there's also another one, So we're gonna go into the next video. Excuse me, I had a nice little dinner tonight. Had some wings. And this video came out 2 hours ago. The Pentagon releases 3rd batch of UFO files. Ain't that something? Uh-oh, hold on, it's on mute. Wait. Y'all good? Okay, we here. Mic check 1 2 1 2. I pull up in a mic check like 2 1 2. Let me see the mic check 1 2 1 2. Hold on, let me see the mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me make sure the mic is on 2 1 2. Mic is on 2 1 2. Okay, there we go. There we go. Just checking the mics, y'all. Checking the mics. Cause sometimes I'll record this bitch go crazy and be like, damn, why I ain't got no damn. I don't see no mic type shit. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so this video right here, let's do this one over again. This video right here, Pentagon releases third batch of UFO files. Came out 2 hours ago, Friday. I mean, what's the day? 6/13/2026. Let's give this a look. See what file they drop.
Now from Fox, my name is Alexandra Goldberg. It is great to be with you tonight. Now on Live Now, we are talking about UFO sightings unclassified. The Trump administration is releasing records related to UAPs, UFOs, and alleged extraterrestrial phenomena. These videos you're seeing went public today, sightings of colorful UFO-like orbs floating through the sky. And we're diving into what you're seeing on your screen, trying.
So, Steven Spielberg movie Disclosure Day wasn't just a movie for your entertainment. It was to help us get ready for the unknown. It's okay. It's okay, guys. Remember, once upon a time, we didn't like each other because our skins were different from one another. We're kind of going through the same thing again, but with extraterrestrial beings. We have to be nice. We have to be empathetic. We have to start over. We actually have to be good humans to the alien beings. Y'all like, bro, D, what the hell you talking? That's what I'm saying, gang. Like, we're going through an evolution right now. Whether you like it or not, there's gonna be evolution. It is coming, or is already in process. It's probably already in process as you're seeing. They're landing. The encounters are going to be phenomenal. It's not going to be too many one-on-one encounters. It's going to be encounters by the groups. Yeah, bruh, Steve, man, Spielberg's know what he's doing.
To explain the unexplained. Let's welcome in Axios reporter Alex Eisenstadt, who's been digging into the documents. Alex, good evening to you.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us about what was most interesting to you as you were searching through these files.
Sure. So a couple things. One is that the breadth of these files, the videos, the illustrations, like the one you just showed, it indicates that the federal government has been putting a lot of its intelligence resources, or substantial amount of its intelligence resources, into investigating reports of UFOs. They have been
as they should. Why not? Like we've been making contact all these years. At least it's in the public faces now, right? Before it was a conspiracy. Now they put it in our faces. But you know what's the funny thing though? A good majority of you guys still don't believe it. Still find this as propaganda. And that's okay. You're entitled to your belief. As for me, I believe this. I'm tapped in. I'm still tapping in. I ain't tapped all the way in. I don't think none of us are really tapped all the way in. We'll be tapped all the way in when they land in. How about that? So, but we can start tapping in though. Be open-minded. Let's start thinking outside the box, you know? But a lot of people really think like this is propaganda type junk, and it's like, you know what's best about this? They're releasing this in the best times, in the best day of age right now. In this day of age, this is the best time to release UFO files, alien abduction videos, encounters, because you know why? The majority of this human civilization is not going to believe it due to artificial intelligence, AI, artwork, making the fake, um, just the fake pictures, something showing something that's not true. Basically, I'm over here trying to look for a big words to. I need to read more of the dictionary, but I know how to get what I'm trying to say out. AI made everything so untrustworthy up to a point where humans don't know whether it's real or not, whether it's propaganda or not. Then with the internet and YouTube, you don't know what's real or not. People pushing clickbaits, people pushing, hey, this is why we have to think outside the box. Go with what you believe in. How about that? You think this is propaganda entertainment? Hey, let that be for you. As long as you sleep at night and you're happy and satisfied, cool. I just want you to be happy and satisfied as we're going through this evolution. However, you may think we're going through it is probably different, way different than how I think we're going through it. But that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, basically that's what I'm saying. This is the best times to release anything that's probably true. Because people are like, oh, that's AI, that's AI, that's AI. Tell me I'm lying.
Drafting memos, they have been authenticating videos that people have given them. So there's been a lot of work going on behind the scenes of the intelligence world, including the FBI, to investigate what citizens say are instances of UFOs. And in a lot of cases, in many cases, the government has actually agreed that these are non-human vehicles or orbs that are flying through the sky.
Now, it's on the news now. It said the government agreed these are non-human vehicles, aka orbs, transportation in the sky. The government. Want y'all just think about that. Just think about that.
And the releasing of records of this nature this year shows that the government is documenting UAP sightings. Is this something that we've known, or is this new news?
It's new news in the sense that for the first time, we're really getting the sense that the government itself not only is investigating these claims, but is confirming for the public that they believe there are UAPs, otherwise known as UFOs. And so one of the things that you saw in this tranche of documents that came out this week was memos that the federal investigative officials composed, in which they talked about sightings that they saw themselves of these of orbs and other mysterious aircraft flying throughout the sky. And they ruled out it was things like drones or hot air balloons.
UFOs in mountains. I need to look into that. If y'all know why UFOs like mountains, let me know. Because they're always around mountains. They're always around mountains. And this came out, this news clip came out a couple hours ago. But yeah, the government confirming this shit.
For the first time, we're really getting the sense that the federal government believes itself that there are UAPs out there.
The federal government. The federal government. What more do you need, guys? Well, I know the government ain't been trustworthy, or in a sense, as such of, in some shits. but for the most part, they tell truth for the most part. And this, come on, guys, come on, man. What more do you need? What more do you need? Do you need the alien to come to your door with Uber Eats? Like, come on, gang, come on, man.
But there's no conclusion from the government about aliens.
That's denial. And see, she's talking like she's talking like a person in denial. There's no conclusion. He just said everything, but that's right here. These people you can't get to right here, man. These just all these questions and stuff versus people like, bro. Don't debate if you're not ready to accept. Just accept it later, gang. Pray for you through the cosmos, but don't debate me. I'm not here to try to convince you, because we ain't no time for no convincing. Ain't no time for either accept it now, you accept it later. Accept it now so you'll be prepared later. Let's keep it P. Preparation prevents poor performance. What she just said is not P at all. So it's just like, this. They'll accept later. For the ones that do accept, man, welcome, homies. Welcome. It is what it is. Hey, can't do shit about it.
Correct. That's one of the things that I saw reading between the lines of these memos, which is that the government doesn't say anywhere, we believe there are aliens. They say we.
Now you backtracking. Because you want to goddamn do some goddamn. You see, y'all must be fucking or some shit. Cause nah, I've been. Y'all be fucking. You had me, bro. Nah. You confirmed it. You just confirmed it. Goddamn. Government fucking federal. You gotta say ain't no conclusion. So now a conclusion is a confirmation. Now you just said they just confirmed, but since on a pretty Alexis Goldberg said, well, they say conclusion. Well, that's right, conclusion. She ain't gonna let you hit, bro. Stick to what you said. Stand on that shit, bro. Stand on it.
I believe there are UAPs, but they don't use the word aliens at any point. And what they also don't do is they don't indicate anywhere in these documents that they believe these UAPs amount to any kind of national security threat to the U.S. homeland.
Now that's information, because first of all, they already said aliens are not the ones that are surrounding us. For the most part, the races that they do have are not on that bullshit. They just trying to see if we on that bullshit. We are our own worst enemies. We, me, you, him. Person to your side are your own worst enemies. You are willing to goddamn hurt the next person versus the alien coming down here trying to hurt you. Idiot. What's going on?
Well, let's stay on that topic. I'm going to show you a video here that you're seeing. Well, there's a mix of citizen videos and also some artistic visualizations based on firsthand descriptions made by special agents. That's an example of a video you're seeing now. This one is actually from October 2023. It's a sighting made near a sensitive national security site in the western United States. And I'm also going to pull up a diagram here that we found in those files of sightings over a period of a couple days in the same region. Alex, I'll bring you back here. My question.
Orbs, launching orbs. Agent reports observing multiple instances of an orange mother orb launching smaller red. Whoa! Boy, you telling me this ain't conclusion? All right, guys, look at all this confirmation. This is confirmation, not conclusion. Remember, we're living in Idiocracy. If you've never seen the movie Idiocracy, go watch it, because we're living in it right now. So these are all government confirmation, but they're not government conclusion, according to the Goldberg lady. And oh boy, I ain't gonna say oh boy, because he really said he was really standing on where he's standing, but misconclusion lady, that kind of ticked me off. But yeah, orbs launching orbs. Agents reported observing multiple instances of an orange mother orb launching smaller red orbs. This is confirmation, not conclusion, guys. Remember that. Incident 2, fiery orb. Agents reported observing a large fiery orb projecting against a ridgeline at a proximate distance of 1,000 yards. of 1,000 yards, distance of 1,000 yards. I feel like there should be a contraction word, or maybe there shouldn't be. I don't have the best grammar, shoot. But yeah, this is confirmation, not conclusion. Incident 3, Dark Night, Dark Kite. Agents reported observing a thin or dark kite-shaped object featuring one red light and one white light at a close estimate range. These are all confirmations from the federal government, but they're not conclusion, so we don't know. I know how that sounds. It's crazy, but that's what they're telling us.
To you is there a concern about a series of sightings over a government facility?
Yeah, and it's something I've pressed people in the administration on. And at no point, and I said, are you guys concerned about this? And at no point would they say they're concerned. And they also don't say they're concerned in these documents, which I found curious, given that, as you said, this is something that happened over what they describe as a sensitive government facility.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but let me know in the comments. But this is a question, but a thought. Aren't most nuke sites, nuke equipment and everything located on government facilities? Didn't we go over a couple streams ago that to contact aliens or I'm gonna stop saying aliens. Let's say extraterrestrial beings. Didn't we say? Didn't we go over a few videos where they all concluded saying if you want alien visitors sooner, if you want extraterrestrial visitors sooner than they encounter, start the nukes. Ain't that didn't I say last time? If we keep trying to play with nukes and stuff, them UFOs coming out of nowhere. And have we kind of been on the bullshit lately? I'm not trying to go political or nothing. This ain't that channel right here. This straight cosmos and video games. But at night, with the alien hour. But just keep open minded. Haven't we been going through some political bullshit these last few years? That's kind of been like, button pressing to the point it's like we're this close to bullshit. Maybe that's why Steven Spielberg dropped this movie at the right time. Maybe even though the UFO video clip they just showed was from 2023, it's still in the time span. And you gotta remember that was classified in 2023. They just declassified those files. I think a couple hours ago, because he said it's new in a sense we never seen it. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Let me know.
As I mentioned before, there's also several videos private citizens have captured on their iPhones. Take a look here. This is an example of one. You could see that white orb floating, and another one, a red orb. Alex, does the Department of Defense say anything about authenticating these citizen videos? How can the public even trust that these are real?
That's a good question, because remember what I tell you, with all this AI stuff going on now, or as people like to say, AI slop. I don't really think AI slop. I used to make AI videos using Sora, but I always let people know that was AI. I labeled my video AI. See, what messed up was people wasn't being sincere and authentic. They wasn't making AI videos and labeling AI. Then next thing you know, it came oversaturated. Then it's just like, it's over with. Then I stopped making AI videos really like that because I was using the Sora app, and the Sora app stopped like 2 months ago. And I was like, that's it. Because it was that app, you get to make like 30 Sora video clips a day for free. Any other AI video making site, you have to pay for like credits and everything. Sora was like top notch. Everybody was going crazy on that shit. It was fun. It was a moment. You know, you have fun, you go on, move on to the next one. Your success is on the other side of your comfort zone, so you can never be comfortable where you at currently. I mean, you currently could be comfortable, but don't be permanently comfortable in that position. Get what I'm saying? Okay, but that's a good question though, because how are we gonna believe it with all this AI stuff going on? This is the best time to drop shit like this right now. Yeah, release all the files. Release it. They ain't gonna believe this shit. Release that shit. Release it. Who gives a fuck?
They say that they have vetted these citizens very carefully, and they found them to be, quote, and this is a direct quote, very credible. They also say that in some instances they went out and staked out these areas for themselves and saw the same thing. And what they say is in a lot of instances, they saw instances of red or yellow like orbs, which you just showed, and that they would then sort of detach and fly apart and then reattach. That's something that they said that they saw a lot.
That's okay. Hey man, remember this is confirmation, but it's not conclusion. This is Pentagon releases third batch of UFO files came out today, 6/14/2026. Yeah, y'all go tune in live now from Fox. It doesn't say what Fox, but yeah, from Fox. Next video, we going. Oh, this is another one. Okay, yeah, I told y'all, man. I'll be putting a little lineup. I got a little lineup. See, that's how I do my alien nights. I go through my videos and stuff, and every time I go through YouTube and I come across a good alien video or whatever, I watch the first 10 seconds of it, and I be like, okay. I stop it, then I like it, then I save it for y'all. Then I save it to watch it with y'all later. I'm like, okay, cool, that's it. Okay, yeah. But that's how you do it. You gotta be prepared. Cause 4P, you gotta keep it P, right? Remember, we say we gotta keep it P. Proper preparation prevents Proper preparation prevents poor performance. You gotta keep it 5P. Keep it 5P. Keep it P5. This is another one. Now, if this is the same one, though, I will exit out this video and go on to the next one.
Last month. And as Christian Benavides reports, this latest release is unlike the other two releases.
What?
In July 2025, an eyewitness shot this cell phone footage of two orbs the size of basketballs appearing to fly through the sky in formation. The orbs appeared to merge, then move out of sight. The sighting happened in an undisclosed location in the northeast U.S., not far from another encounter in October 2024, when an eyewitness shot this iPhone video of a plasma-like sphere that they say remained stationary in the sky for...
This was just the same video we just watched, but this is coming from a different newscast. This is coming from CBS. So we'll give it a little chance.
45 minutes before disappearing.
What we're looking for, though, when we're looking for life, is most likely microbes or bacterium, kind of biomass, not necessarily flying saucers.
Jana Levin is a professor of physics and astronomy at Barnard
What
College
is
of Columbia.
that? Hold on, what was that? What is that beautiful thing?
Is a professor of physics and astronomy at Barnard.
Wait, don't go too fast.
Astronomy.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful right there. That's beautiful, y'all. Y'all can't tell me that's beautiful. That ain't beautiful.
At Barnard College of Columbia University. She says these objects in the sky could be balloons, drones, or optical illusions.
Is this the
optical illusion? We got a denial. We got a denial.
Most information that we've had at the palm of our hands?
No, it's really not. There were something like 1,600 cases that were studied by a committee that was joint between
1,600 cases. So it's not like they're coming. It's not like, oh, they're coming. It's like, hey, we're here. Can you let everybody know that we're here as well, because we want to become civilized like y'all? Like, I mean, we already civilized, but can we just already just live peaceful among one another. That I think that's what they want, right? Isn't that what we want already? We don't want to live by just going by skin color and shit like that, right? I don't, man. I look at humans like humans, so I'm gonna look at a extraterrestrial being like a being. Like we're not even humans no more. Well, you guys are humans. I'm from Venus. I'm a Venusian. Well, if you guys didn't know, I do not stay on planet Earth. I stay on Venus. I've been on Venus for thousands of years now. I come to Earth every now and then. Well, I come to Earth for school. There's good schooling on Earth. Well, not as good as is in Venus. I'm studying. But anyways, though, enough about my double secret life, living from Venus and Earth as of a secret Venusian, letting my people know, wake up.
The All Domain Anomaly Organization and also the NASA committees.
But more and more Americans believe in UFOs. A CBS
Yes.
News poll found 63% of people believe there is intelligent.
You see this shit? You see this? You see how we're waking up? You see? They thought it was a game in 1997. They thought it was a game in 1997. And see, in 2010, they thought it was even more of a game. It was worse in 1997. In 2010, they thought it was more of a game. But in 2017, they was like, fuck that. This is real shit. This is real shit. 2021, COVID, oh, they thought the world was gonna end. They was like, what the hell is this? What is this? What's going on here? Y'all got some explaining to do. Hell nah, that ain't just no star in the sky. Ain't no optical illusion. It ain't with the bullshit. Then the media try to tell us, oh, that ain't nothing. That was an optical illusion. That's just a amoeba in the sky. That's just a star. That's just a gas star. That's just meat. That's just a whatever. That's just a drone. That's a government drone. Then they try to do that to now. See, in between then, they try to cover that with that. And now we're like, bro, what's y'all doing? What y'all doing? We don't believe that shit. It really need to be higher than 2021. It need to be it need to be skyrocket. By spring, by next year, it's gonna be at 100%. You know why? Because everybody on Earth will have their encounter. I'm going to speak that into existence. Everyone on Earth we will have our encounters with the extraterrestrial beings. They will let their presence be known by next year. By next year is at 63%. By November it's gonna be at 90%. I
Life
promise
in
you.
other planets.
I promise you. By November it's gonna be at 90% because they're gonna make their presence be known, not just by single encounters, by the masses. I promise you.
Up from 48% in 1997.
Why is there so much more attention nowadays to this?
We have just sent 4 astronauts for real to the moon and back. That is so remarkable. The SpaceX valuation just opened.
Yo, Elon just hit $1 trillion too, y'all. What the hell? But Elon's not from this planet. Elon not from this planet. Elon is either not from this planet, and this is all opinion wise. This is all just my opinion. Elon is either not from this planet, or he has a very strong connection with extraterrestrial beings. First, you got something called SpaceX. He's the only person that's trying to leave Earth or find a way for us to go to other planets. You get what I'm saying? Like, he been had his contact. He has his contact up to his day. Several contacts. That could be another theory too. Elon could be Daniel from nah. I feel like that's David Grush in a way. Could be David Grush.
Today, the IPO. And I think all of these things happening at once makes us feel we're on the cusp of real space exploration.
And maybe other civilizations
Yeah.
are too. For CBS Saturday Morning.
Well, buy some stock in SpaceX in a second, boy. Y'all better buy stocks in SpaceX. I don't know too much about stocks, but maybe SpaceX. They say it costs it costs $1 trillion. If you have what did it say? $1 million or $1 trillion. I think it's $1 million. It says $1 million will get you to the moon and back, or was it $1 trillion? It's one of those 6 or 12 digit numbers, and the $1 trillion. With $1 trillion, you could spend $1 million for what? They said for a century and still not be broke or some shit like that. $1 million a day for a century and still not be broke. He definitely has contact with aliens. See what happens when see what happens when you accept and you have empathy, or you accept and you let extraterrestrial beings contact you and teach you. You become a trillionaire. We gotta stop hating, y'all. We gotta do better.
Christian Benavides, Miami.
I'm gonna out myself. We are big alien believers in our household. My husband and I go down the rabbit hole all the time. Do you now?
I bet y'all do. I bet y'all do. So that was CBS Monday type shit. That's another view. They kind of went over the same UFO videos we went over in the last one, but it was good to get another point of view, right? You always want to hear more than one person's point of view, and this one says no one will ever believe you. Oh no, that was a funny video clip I watched. That shit was funny. This one right here. Now this one, what you want to do? What you do? What you want? We'll go do this last news article. New Mysterio. That's the same one. Hold on, it's the same one. Let's see this. Let's see.
Special edition of Hannity, the Department of War has now published its third batch of UFO files, including documents and videos tied to eyewitness footage of strange encounters from over the years, such as mysterious orb sightings. And now, U.S. officials may be closer to cracking at least part of the UFO mystery after locating the site of recurring glowing orbs. Here now with reaction, UAP whistleblower and former director of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, Lou Elizondo, along with Congressman Tim Burchett. Thank you both for joining us. Let me start with you, Lou. You've been through these new files that have just released. Probably some of them were already somewhat familiar to you. Tell us what's new that's come out.
Well, first of all, you have the FBI reports coming out where very recently they were conducting an investigation where FBI, by the way, seasoned FBI agents, I know who they are, actually witnessed these glowing orbs. And by the way, it wasn't only limited just to FBI agents. About 2 weeks ago, the second tranche of files was released by the White House and the Department of War. And you had a senior official in the Director of National Intelligence who was actually sent, now listen to this, sent to go investigate some orbs that were witnessed around a sensitive military installation. And it turns out that even during his helicopter trip, he himself and the pilot witnessed these orbs, in some cases 20 feet away from the helicopter. And by the way, let me say this. We would not be having this discussion today if it wasn't for the guest that you have right next to you right now, Congressman Tim Burchett.
Bro, they confirmed they're doing a soft introduction. That's all this is, a soft introduction.
And his colleagues there on the task force for transparency. So we really owe a lot of this to the gentleman that's also sharing the screen.
Well, Congressman, I am very grateful to you for this, but I have to ask you first off, what is it about the federal government that they are so afraid of transparency when it comes to this issue?
Chaos. People cannot handle the truth. People do not want to tap in. It causes. I'm not trying to say that to be condescending, because when you release information like this, if people turn on the news and see, like in Disclosure Day, freaking aliens and shit, like walking around. You feel what I'm saying? I'll give you an example. If I see it, I'm gonna be like, then I'm probably gonna get goosebumps for a second, but then I'm going to just, it's okay. This is what prepared for. This is what people was calling me crazy about. This is what people was like, oh boy, you funny as shit about. This is what we prepared for. But I definitely feel some type of way at first. At first. Now for other people who are deeply into religion, Christianity, is gonna it's gonna need some we're gonna need you know how them things we have how we have those things like if a major event made an impact on you, please call this number and you can talk to somebody right now. That's what we're going to probably have to need for certain individuals because they're not going to be able to handle the encounter. It's not going to be no more. Bro, it's no more damn. It probably is still, one-on-one encounters, but it's going to be an introduction like, yo, we're here. What's up, gang? And some people going to be like I said, like me, like, what's up, gang? Roll that up, gang. You feel what I'm saying? Like, other people gonna be like, what, huh? What? What? Then that's where the number comes in. Like, everything's gonna be okay. It's okay. God created a lot of stuff. It's okay. We need those. Yeah, we're gonna need we're gonna need those type of people.
It could be a lot of reasons. I think one of them is just arrogance. The Bible says, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and every one of them thinks they're the greatest thing in the world. I sit in a secure briefing with some little punk with a man bun telling me that the president's on a need-to-know basis. Imagine that. An unelected bureaucrat is sitting there telling military officials, these guys were high-ranking people that were right beside him, and members of Congress, that the president is on a need-to-know basis, and he was the gatekeeper. And another, just imagine if you had these.
But don't they say the president's on a need-to-know basis because they're only in office for 4, maximum 8 years, and after 8 years they can go back to being a civilized person. So with them being a civilized person and having certain information, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they do that. We never heard of a president from the past said like during his like exposed anything in the White House on some like YouTube videos like where I used to work for this company and I'm exposing them. I never heard of a president do no shit like that. If y'all have, let me know in the comments, cause yeah, but that's why I thought it was on a need to know basis.
This energy source that these things are possibly capable of. These things are hovering for hours on end. They shoot up straight up at speeds that we can't even fathom. Just imagine if we could heat our homes in the winter and cool them in the summer. We'd put the war pimps at the Pentagon out of business. We wouldn't be fighting all these wars.
Yo, this man going. Yo, this man going off. He said we put the war pimps out of business. Ain't got time for this bullshit.
Over oil. And thank goodness we have President Trump.
He is fed up to hear with everyone's bullshit of no transparency. And I feel him.
Trump in the White House, who kept his word to me and kept his word on this issue and said, he told me, he said, Tim, I'm going to release him for whatever good or bad. And he did it. He kept his word.
He's doing it, yeah.
Because he does not beholden to that bunch. Right. And he stands on his own. So I appreciate him.
Yeah. Lou, you mentioned a minute ago about the FBI agents who out in the field who witnessed some of these things. I've always been struck by how many of the witness accounts are by people like that, and especially military pilots. The people that I would trust to do anything in the world reporting some of this stuff.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Look, you have trained observers. These are individuals who are highly trained. They're trusted and have security clearances. They're trusted to fly live munitions over populated U.S. cities. And then when they report that they're seeing something, it's crickets, right? Nobody wants to take it seriously. And you also have law enforcement officials as well who are trained in.
I think it's not. Also, that besides they don't want to take it seriously, it's more easier to cover something up as a joke, or it's more easier to just say it's a joke than to go deep into it. I was watching this movie, another Steven Spielberg movie yesterday, because after I came home and watched Disclosure Day, I just started binge watching alien movies. It's called Third Encounter. Third Encounter. Boy, the pilots know it. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. It was either Third Encounter or Fire in the Sky. And the the um the Air Forces, there was a part of the movie there was a part in the movie where there was Air Force soldiers that was in the air and they came encounter with a disc shaped object and they called in to base and the lieutenant or the higher command asked radioed back over to them, would you like to make a report? It went cricket. Then he asked again, so and so, would you like to make a report? He was like, nah, I'm good. I don't know what the hell they even report. I don't even know how I report this. He asked so and so, would you like to make a report? Yeah, nah, I'm good. So and so, would you like to make a report? He asked all of them would you like to report. He said, hey. It's what he say? He said, boy, see no evil, hear no evil, take no evil. They said, but I ain't saying shit, bro. Like, bro, I don't care if I ever see a UFO or alien encounter, y'all would never know. Why would I tell y'all? Why the fuck would I tell y'all? So y'all motherfuckers be after me? Fuck out of here. But the thing about it, it's a phenomenon. It's so crazy where you might have to. It happens to people like, bro, I gotta tell somebody this shit. I gotta tell somebody. Man, just like there's people that's probably had encounters and they're telling everybody. I bet there's more people who had encounters that ain't say a damn thing. There's probably millions of people that had encounters that ain't say a damn thing. It's like, nah, I'm good, yeah, I don't want to say nothing. They also probably want to keep their encounter going, you know what I'm saying? You know, because some people just really be getting on here for money. There do be that side of people who get on here and like, yo, just for the money type shit with the aliens, with this. Like, I'm never gonna fake an alien encounter. I would never do no shit like that. I'll create every lore from a movie or whatever. But me personally, oh no, no. Cause like when you speak existence, shit happen existence. I don't want to walk outside and next thing aliens be like, "Hey, cuz, why you folks claiming you got abducted by us, cuz?" Whoa, 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 nah, hold on. Nah, we ain't the good niggas. This is draconian, cuz. But draconians. Now I'm abducted by the draconians and damn, you know, the other damn bad aliens, and now they're holding me for ransom to Earthlings. You think Earth is gonna fight for me to get me back? No. Mm-mm. I'm gonna be their slave in Draconian, all the way 100 billion light years away. All because I didn't want to. All because I want to tell the world about my fake alien encounter. Is it worth it? No, man, it ain't worth it.
Investigators that are also witnessing these things, trained intelligence officers, and frankly, at this point, it's become kind of the worst kept secret right now in U.S. history.
Congressman,
the
it's
worst
not for lack of trying.
Oh, let's go back to that. What you say?
The worst trained investigators, when they report that they're seeing something, it's crickets, right? Nobody wants to take it seriously. And you also have law enforcement officials as well who are trained investigators that are also witnessing these things, trained intelligence officers. And frankly, at this point, it's become kind of the worst kept secret right now in U.S. history.
The worst kept secret right now in U.S. history is UFOs and extraterrestrial beings.
Congressman, it's not for a lack of trying, though. The federal government has done so much to vilify people, mock and ridicule people who ask questions about this. The effort to cover it up is kind of it's breathtaking when you look back over the years. Are you confident right now?
I don't mock and ridicule people. Like, for example, I had someone in my live the other night. First, they asked some weird ass shit. Hey, bro, why don't you kick your feet up? Oh, no, bro. What the fuck you worrying about my damn feet? Niggas be weird type shit. That's why I don't even. If you wondering why I'm not looking, you probably, if you type in the chat right now, I'll read it in my VODs later if it's there. But when it comes to Alien Hour, I don't look. That person messed it up for the chat. Talking about, bro, kick your feet up. It's a vibe. Then I ignored it. I said, kick my feet up, bro. Shut your ass up. I'm going to continue with the video. He said, bro, kick your feet up. It's a vibe. What? I said, bro, why you? And he said, why you do what I said? I said, bro, go your weird ass on, man. I ain't worried about man. Shut your ass up, bro. I'm doing the Alien now and shit, man. Then he gonna start talking about Christianity. He said, do you believe in Jesus? And I said, I do. Just probably not the way you do. And he said Christianity. He started want to talk about Christianity. Then they want to start talking about. It says something the way I believe. When you talk about people who have different beliefs, especially when it comes to debate or in debate about religion, I'm not gonna go there. So respectfully, I block Lil Bro and ban Lil Bro because let's say you don't believe in. I'd rather you don't agree or don't like what's going on over here and just go to a different channel or something, because if you try to get in my chat and you want to try to have a battle of the religions because I'm talking about aliens, I'm not gonna debate you. I'm not here to convince you. I'm not here to do none of that. Debate yourself. Talk to yourself, Kane. Matter of fact, because this is gonna be hurt your eyes, because the truth hurts, and when it hurts, you ask questions. Just saying, you don't ask the pastor any questions. When you go to the church, you let the pastor read everything in that scripture. You let the pastor read everything in that book, and you sit your ass down there and you listen. Not once you ask the pastor, raise your hand and ask the pastor, why God, why this, why that. So don't come over here doing that over here. Believe what you believe, and I believe what I believe. You know what I'm saying? You dig. But yeah, I don't mock people. I just respect what they believe, and hope they respect what I believe. But if not, that's cool. Go our separate ways, because I have to be peaceful out here.
Now that this info, like this latest tranche that has come out of the Department of War, is at least getting in the right direction to revealing what we know?
How much more revealing do we need?
It is, but they're still hiding it. I've spoke with highest levels at the White House have told me that you have people within these agencies that are hiding this. The trouble with this deal is on the FBI it was a person, and I won't tell everything I know about it because I haven't been released, but since the pictures have been released, this was a guy that had done some work for the federal government, and I'll just leave it at that. And these were two FBI agents who came to that site and actually witnessed this. So this was a different situation. This wasn't something a bunch of rednecks like Tim Burchett out in the woods somewhere, drunk, seeing some lights. This was the real deal, and they have evidence there and footage. And thank goodness for people like Lou Elizondo who had the guts to stand up to the federal government and take.
Bro, funny as shit. He said, "This ain't no rednecks drinking drunk as hell, looking at the sky at night. This is certified FBI agents saying they seen that shit." How much more confirmation you need? It's getting so bad that people that don't want to believe it, they're changing the whole meaning of confirmation. They said, well, even though it's confirmation, it's not a conclusion. I still think that shit funny as hell, y'all. Hey, we're gonna get to the next video one time. Hold on. Let me take a little bathroom break real quick. 1 second. And we back. And we back. 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 I got another video real quick. Oh, I'm on. I'll be like, now what's the next one we on deck? Small details. The alien suit. The alien walked in the Pentagon. We're gonna do this one. The alien walked in the Pentagon. So this video is the alien walked in the Pentagon. No one stopped him by the one and only Awaken Zone. Y'all go follow. I know every time I do reaction video, they be hitting me with a copy. But they allow us to use the video. I just can't monetize. But it's cool though. I ain't worried about the monetization. I really like their videos. Like dead ass for real. Like their videos is busting. So if I don't get monetized, that's cool. I'm still gonna watch and react to it and spread the word as well. Shout out to Awaken Zone, one of the best YouTube channels on the YouTube when it comes to this alien game. So yeah, I don't gotta get monetized. I really like their channel.
Story though.
Yeah.
A stranger at the Pentagon about someone who comes from another planet.
Yeah.
Was it a drama or was it real?
Well, when I sat with Dr. Frank and talked to him, I read the book in the 80s and I sort of, filed it away and just thought, wow, there's pictures of this man, Valiant Thor, his Vice Commander Dawn, and then there's another lady whose name is Jill, who's a blonde. And I later found out from Dr. Frank, she's the wife of Vice Commander Zan. And those pictures.
Wait. Oh, wait. Are these the tall whites? Alright, this is my guess, you guys. Either tall whites or Nordics. But I feel like they're tall whites because Nordics are blonde and he's not blonde. That don't mean they're not cloaking. That don't mean that. But that's just my theory and opinion. I could be wrong, but I could be right.
Blonde. And I later found out from Dr. Frank, she's the wife of Vice Commander Zan. And those pictures were taken in Howard Menger's backyard in High Bridge, New Jersey during the time the Valiant Thor was
and they look human.
Right, they look human. Actually, they're all quite good looking.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a retired Air Force photographer and ufologist, August Roberts, was there that day, and he saw that Valiant Thor didn't have palm prints, fingerprints, that he spoke to people in different languages, and that when he looked at him, he said he looked right through me.
Yeah.
And when he looked through me, he could feel him reading his entire soul history.
Wow.
He said it was beyond anything. He said you knew that this man was not from here and that he...
I wonder if that's okay. Now that's one thing we're going to set straight with our extraterrestrial beings. There's going to be laws in place for that. You can't just go up to certain humans and just, I'm gonna read. If you want to be friendly with us, can you at least ask us? I mean, I know you can do it what you want to do regardless. Cool. I mean, I'm not saying you can't, but if we're gonna build some type of relationship, at least ask us first. We don't like to really be forced. We're kind of a gentle little coddled race, even though we're violent. We're gentle and coddled for the most part. Don't just fuck our brains. God damn.
He was, felt that he was of the angelic class of beings.
I've been a UFO buff all my life.
Yeah.
All my life. I know practically every major UFO case that has occurred on this planet. And this one is mind-boggling.
Yes.
The fact that an extraterrestrial would come here, would try to give us really plans to build our future. Not quite, thank God.
Why is it mind-boggling? It sounded like they were trying to prepare us. We were just too dumb to goddamn listen. That's the problem right there. Ain't nothing mind-boggling. Man, man. You know why they don't contact us? Because we're not in the high. Well, majority of us, because we're not in the high officials. And when they realize, they're starting to realize that though. They're starting to realize, hey, I don't think these high officials are taking us serious. Even two. Like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe we gotta tell them to tell everybody. I don't think they can only know us for themselves. That's not fair to the rest of humanity. So they gotta, yeah. And that's what's going on. Yeah. But it's not mind-boggling.
It's like the Twilight Zone film,
Right.
We didn't. It's not a cookbook, right? But just an amazing story. And looking at that picture of Valiant Thor.
Yes.
Good-looking guy.
Does he look like an alien? He's a Nordic.
It's chilling to actually look at him.
Chilling.
If you study.
Look at his eyes, though. Look at his pupils. Nah, because I kind of see white in the cornea. I don't know.
It as well.
What happened to Valiant?
The thing about it, they can disguise themselves as humans. So how the hell could I tell? How the hell could we tell? How could we possibly tell besides like how he said his homie seen the fingerprints? I mean, his homie seen that he didn't have no palm prints or no fingerprints. But that's in person. But if we're just looking at it from picture, how could we possibly tell? We can come up with theories and stuff like I'm doing. Like I'm thinking it's probably a Nordic or a tall white. But I can't. That's just a theory. If you ask me like factual, like what signs can I tell based off what I just said? I couldn't tell you. Because in all actuality, facts, he do look like a real human being. But it's...
Thor, did he leave the planet? Did he die? Where is he now?
Well, and everything that I tell you is what Dr. Frank told me. So I'm I guess the spokesperson.
You're the go-between.
I'm the go-between at this point since Dr. Frank is gone. But he left on March 16th, 1960, and then returned on March 16th, 1961. And Dr. Frank said has been here ever since.
He's here now?
He's here now, and that he commands a giant starship that is...
Evil 17. Tell me I'm lying. Disclosure date. That's Evil 17.
And Dr. Frank said has been here ever since.
He's here now?
He's here now, and that he commands a giant starship that is 14 miles long and 7 miles wide. Wow. And that there is a Victor-class fleet, and his saucer is Victor 1, and there's Victor 2, Victor 3, Victor 4. These saucers are 300 feet in diameter. They're double-deckered.
We may have seen some
and
of them,
yes,
right?
and we do, and I'm sure at some point in the show we're going to show the blueprints to the Victor-class saucers as well. And they hold up to 200 in the crew, and there are over 100 of them stationed in and around the Earth monitoring 287 locations.
Where are they from?
Monitoring.
Well, they could be from all over the universe and other parts of the universe, but Valiant Thor and his immediate Vice Commander crew are from the interior of Venus. And
they're from my planet. They're from Venusian. See, actually I knew about beauty, but the thing about it, well, I said Nordic a tall way because they tall, and Nordic contains beauty too. But Venus is also a planet of the beauty as well. And they also said we also came a long time ago. Civilization of human beings were on Venus before they came to Earth. And another lore clip I watched. But hey, that's another lore.
Dr. Frank explained that, Valiant Thor explained to him that all of the planets throughout our galaxy are populated on the inside, and that they have ways of terracing the insides and making them like a spaceship. They have ways of making synchrotron skies.
So basically, when we go like to the moon, Mars, Jupiter and everything, and you know how we see the surface, it looks like nothing there, versus when you come to Earth and you see the surface, you see grass, you see the ocean, you see live civilization, live cities on the surface. It's not like that versus the other planets because theirs is inside of the planet. You get what I'm saying? They turn their planet into a spaceship. That's how advanced they are. They learn how to live within the crater of their goddamn planet. They learn how to live in the center of their planet.
If you're looking up into the sky, you believe that you're looking out into the real sky, and they go from day to night as well. And that this is also a way that they can control the temperature, but not only that, the resonation fields that keep their cells young so that they don't age. They stop aging at about 30. Even though they could be, the ones that are born of man and woman can live up to 1,000, 2,000 years. Created beings such as Valiant Thor are immortal.
Isn't that an amazing?
Venusians could live to 1,000, 2,000 years. That's wild. Something about the Earth environment is what makes us all not live that long. They just put something in our food, something in the air and everything. You ever notice when you go outside or get ready to drive somewhere or go to work, you get automatically pissed off out of nowhere, or you're easily triggered. You know why? Because all that chemtrail in the sky type shit that falls down on you. You could be happy as hell inside the house, but as soon as you step outside, you feel like, ooh, you pissed off and somebody just gotta push you or does something to you and you ready to go to jail about it that day, like you ready. But as soon as you're inside, it's like everything's all because what they put in the air. The same way you should feel inside the house happy and contempt, you should feel walking outside in your own home because the earth, this planet is our home. You shouldn't feel like your home is just within your home. You should feel safe to walk outside because the earth is your home.
Story.
Yes, and I mean, I've been doing lots of shows throughout my life, casting science fiction shows and all of that. And this story, though, is one that brings hope, and people can't believe it when they hear it, that there are such beings out there who have this incredible compassion for us and that are here to help assist, even though it may be invisible to us knowing.
And that's the thing about it. They put so much propaganda out there, like, yo, these beings are they're not friendly. They're not this. Okay, let's say I will agree. All of them are not friendly, but the ones that are here are friendly. Let's say that, right? But but they're monitoring us as we're going through our evolution. But I feel like they want us to go through our evolution a little quicker, just in case we ever do, or for future encounter. We talk about ops on Earth. Let's talk about opposite other planets. See the aliens, see the extraterrestrial beings around our planets are cool with us, obviously, because they didn't do nothing to us, majorly yet. But let's say they have oppositions that don't like them, and they're traveling right now as we speak. Let's say they get here in about 10 years. The extraterrestrial beings in our solar system that are monitoring us need to prepare us, or they're hoping that we go through our evolution soon enough where so that we can fight along with them to protect our resources in our solar system from other opposition extraterrestrial beings. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's starting to break through the barriers and the veil, and bringing this out. This short film alone, it was never intended for anybody to see. The world wanted
sizzle reel.
A sizzle reel, yeah. Everybody wanted to see it. Yeah. They wanted to see it so desperately. So, so I made it available for everyone to see and travel around with it. And as you know, we've won 2 film festivals with it as well. So, which is nice.
Wouldn't you love to meet Valiant Thor?
I would really love to meet Valiant Thor.
What would you ask him?
I have a long laundry list of questions that I would ask him, but I think what I would really do first is I would really like to just sort of sit with them and their energy and just...
I honestly believe after watching Disclosure Day, Valiant and Thor, if they're still on this planet, they are Evil 17, and they are trying to prepare us for evolution or the future. So they're one of the OG monitors of our planet. Hey, Valiant, if you're watching this, shout out, gang. I'm ready. I am ready, Valiant.
Talk about regular things. Yeah.
Tell me the significance of Harley Byrd and any relation to Admiral Byrd.
Yes, he was his nephew. I've recently obtained a couple of documents from the Byrd estate. The first one is a letter written by Admiral Richard Byrd to Rear Admiral Daniel Smith, who was the Chief Naval Operations Officer over at the Pentagon for the Department of Defense.
CNO.
Yeah, and he wrote a letter to him. Harley at that time, he was recently married in '56. He had a baby on the way.
Yeah, man, but this right here is the aliens walked in Pentagon. No one stopped him. So yeah, y'all go watch it right there. Remember, I said one of the best YouTube channels on YouTube when it comes to the ET extraterrestrial game, Cosmos Awaken Zone. Y'all go follow them ASAP. Now, next one, the finale, is the one and only. The small details you missed in Steven Spielberg Disclosure Day. Now, before I give my before I play this video, I want to give my opinion on Disclosure Day. That movie was a good 9 out of 10. Good 9 out of 10. The story leading up, the suspense leading up was top tier. I watched it like a little kid watching a new cartoon coming out on Saturday morning. I feel like it prepared so much. It answered a lot of questions when it comes to government conspiracies with UFOs and how connected to extraterrestrials we are. I feel like it relates to a lot of true actual history, even though Steven Spielberg said it was based off fiction with a sprinkle of facts. Like I said earlier, I feel like it's the other way around. It's a sprinkle of fiction with the with a whole lot of facts. One Punch Man, yo, yeah, I legit watched that movie yesterday. It's like the other thing of facts. That shit is top tier. Then there was the alien abduction scene with the kids. Now, I like it because now I'm gonna look at animals differently now. when I walk or do my little jog or just somewhere about and I see an alien, a squirrel, making eye contact with me, I'm going to think it's an alien being. Cause now you see, One Punch Man said I give it solid 12 out of 10. That broke the scale. Broke the scale. 12 out of 10. You know what? You're right. It's top tier. I find it funny Spielberg released it around this time. Then today they dropped the UFO files. It's like this was a message movie right here. This was then what was freaky. Like you see this all right, I'm about to play this YouTube clip. But the Margaret, this lady name is Margaret, the newscast lady. And when she did that language barrier thing, basically communicating in binary. She communicating in binary. How? Then that boy Daniel understanded it. But that one was kind of chilling. She communicating binary. Then when how the whole encounter meetup, like how they knew each other from like first abduction, that was like, yo, that shit crazy right there. And that's just like, this reminds me of Steven Spielberg's previous movie, Third Encounter, because the same thing happened to that dude and that girl. They didn't know each other and they end up contacting later, you know? So, but towards the end, that the alien, Evil 17, that is, that's the dude that's been here from Venus. Um, what's his damn? Nah, what's his name? I just said his name. That's the. What's that? What's that? Where's it at? Where's it at? No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Bill job, so he few to meet Valiant
What
Thor.
would
And
you
I
ask
know,
him?
as you know, we've won two.
Love to meet Valiant Thor.
I would really love to meet.
Valium Thor. That's exactly. Evil is Valium and Thor, even though there's two of them. But Valium, I think, is still here. Valium been here since 1960, and he's been here. He's been here on Venus since 1960. Went back, came back in 1961. He's been here ever since. Valium, if you watching this stream, gang, we here. We waiting for you, bro. We is here, bro. Like, no bullshit. We know you here, gang. I know you here, Valiant. I know you're Evil 17. I know you're waiting for us to go through an evolution, but you're gonna have to speed our dumb asses up. We are here. We are here, gang. You say, you know one thing about this movie? They left us on a cliffhanger. You know what they did? They did what you're talking about towards the end when she went back to that bro, towards the end that gave me chills. They wrote Evil 17 out the damn they wrote Evil 7 Hugo wrote Evil 17 out the truck. Well, not Hugo, but the other people. When Evil 17 went to Daniel ear and said, then Daniel went to then Margaret went back to saying, listen up. Then everybody's locked into their phones everywhere. Everywhere. from the churches to the black homes to people at the subways to Chinese homes to white homes. Everybody just looking like shocked, like. And that's gonna come soon. That's coming soon. That's coming soon. I'm ready for it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure you ready for it too, One Punch Man Dev. If you've seen it, like we ready for this shit. I don't care. We ready for this. So, Valium, if you're watching the stream, gang. My family's from Venus. I was born September. I'm a Libra. So, like, I'm ready for the encounters. And, you know, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I can't speak for the rest of these folks right here. But if you want to prepare us and give me universal logical communication gift as well as empathetical telepathy, I'm all for it, gang. I'm all for it, gang. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, let's watch this little clip though. Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait. Disclosure. It's disclosure. Disclosure.
Disclosure Day is a kind of film that rewards rewatches, so don't be surprised if you miss these hidden details the first time around, including one deep-cut Spielberg Easter egg. Spoilers ahead! At one point, Daniel goes through some of the alien footage he managed to sneak away from Wardex. One of the videos shows Richard Nixon taking an actor through a tour of what looks like an alien morgue. The event factors into the plot of Disclosure Day because it's explained that after that,
that boy Richard Nixon just wanted to show off. I'm glad they didn't have Instagram and Facebook out when Richard Nixon was president, because that nigga would have been on, hey guys, look what I did. He didn't give no fuck. He wanted to be cool so bad, gang. That shit crazy. He wanted to be cool so bad. He really wanted to be a star.
Europe stopped telling US presidents about UFO encounters, since they could always just spill the beans to anyone after they left office and became private citizens again. But like a lot of the encounters described in the film,
Also, I ain't gonna keep this is my last time pausing for a little second, but yeah, also, that thing that she's holding, that little stick thing, there's only one thing I believe what that is. A communication stick. That's I don't know what else. That's a communication stick.
Alien Morgue video is based on a true story. While watching it, Daniel only refers to the other individual as some famous actor at the time. But if you've dug into alien conspiracies for any length of time, you would know that it's Jackie Gleason, star of The Honeymooners, and this video is based on a real anecdote. The strange story comes from Gleason's second wife, Beverly McKittrick, so it's worth taking with a grain of salt. As the legend goes, Gleason was a big UFO enthusiast, and he often played golf with Nixon. Knowing about Gleason's interest in extraterrestrial life, Nixon reportedly took the actor to Homestead Air Force Base in Florida, where he presented the embalmed bodies of several aliens. Now, did that actually happen? The only source comes from Gleason.
Wait. He did what? He did what with Gleason?
Homestead Air Force Base, and he often played golf with Beverly McKittrick, so it's worth taking with a grain of salt. As the legend goes, Gleason was a big UFO enthusiast, and he often played golf with Nixon. Knowing about Gleason's interest in extraterrestrial life, Nixon reportedly took the actor to Homestead Air Force.
See, this how you know Nixon ain't give a fuck. Nixon ain't give a fuck, bro. It's all good, One Punch Man. Appreciate you coming through, brother. For sure. This how you know Nixon didn't care. He cared about the interests of his actor buddy Gleason and was like, hey Gleason, come over here, bro. I got some aliens I want to show you, gang. Bro, I got that. What about the people's interests? You don't think there was a million other people, Nixon, that had the same interests like Gleason? Come on, see, I'm glad Nixon was there was no, dang man, Nixon wasn't for the people. He was for the superstars.
Base in Florida,
he's for superstar buddy friends,
where he presented the embalmed bodies of several aliens. Now, did that actually happen? The only source comes from Gleason's ex-wife, so it's not even a first-hand account of it transpiring, but it is fun to think about. The Jackie Gleason alien story may be a tad obscure for the general public, But everyone should know about the story of Roswell, New Mexico. Throughout Disclosure Day, several characters reference the fact that the existence of aliens has been kept hidden for 79 years.
This 79-year terror campaign of lies has to end.
It's an oddly
79
specific number, but assuming the film takes place in 2026, that would place.
Remember, the first UFO sighting was in Italy, 1930.
The alien's arrival date at 1947, the year the UFO incident at Roswell took place. If you don't know the story, in June 1947, a pilot reported seeing several crescent-shaped objects moving through the sky. Later, various bits of odd debris were discovered scattered around the vicinity. The United States government went to check it out and later confirmed that the wreckage was from a weather balloon. But come on!
A weather balloon. They always use a weather balloon. Always.
Like anyone believes that story. No, the official story per conspiracy theorists is that an alien craft crash-landed in Roswell. The government collected all the pieces and covered up the truth, and they've been reverse engineering the alien tech ever since.
For the last 79 years, until this year, the year of awakening.
It's all in a documentary called The X-Files. To this day, many believe the government was made aware of alien life that day, and that's the premise Disclosure Day is going with. Roswell has leaned into its alien history and has pretty much become the UFO capital of the world. So putting a bit of emphasis in Disclosure Day on the event that basically sparked the country's infatuation with UFOs is a nice touch. Aliens are a fun part of science fiction because the options you have in portraying them are essentially limitless. Depending on the needs of the story, an alien could be a blobby mob boss, a ruthless astronaut hunter, a space squid that just wants to chat, or your mum. But through it all, one depiction remains consistent throughout a lot of media, particularly in abduction and visitation stories, the Greys. This is a classic depiction of aliens with grey skin, thin bodies, and huge eyes. It's simple, yet iconic, and the aliens shown in Disclosure Day match it to a T. And of course, Spielberg fans know that this isn't the first time he's leaned on Greys as his intergalactic go-to. Close Encounters of
The Close Encounter of the Third
Kind used
Close Encounter of the Third Kind. I said Third Encounter, but yeah, this is the scene from Close Encounter of the Third Kind. Another Spielberg film that was dumb good. I suggest everybody go watch that as well. If you've seen Disclosure Day and haven't seen this, go see this as well.
A near identical design, with their big eyes and slender limbs. It's an image that's become commonplace.
That alien look friendly. Now the first alien that comes out looks like Coraline's mother without the dark Coraline mother without the hair.
Place in many depictions of aliens in movies and TV shows.
Jack, what is that thing? How the hell should I know?
While the case could be made that the idea of Greys came a lot earlier, it was certainly popularized by the Barney and Betty Hill abduction story from 1961. Where they were reportedly taken by grey, humanoid-like entities. Everything from The X-Files to The Outer Limits to Scooby-Doo has leaned on the classic grey design. Spielberg clearly likes it, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
What's that mean?
It means healing, Mr. Spielberg.
Yeah, right,
okay.
Healing.
It's no surprise to see Steven Spielberg making visual connections between Close Encounters of the Third Kind and Disclosure Day. But there's a bigger idea in Disclosure Day that'll also feel familiar to anyone who saw an underrated series produced by Spielberg called Taken. Not the Liam Neeson movies. Taken was a 2002 science fiction miniseries that follows three families over the course of several decades.
That's what I'm trying to find. Anybody knows where I can find that series, take it. Let me know, because I want to watch that.
All of whom have been impacted by extraterrestrial life from the moment of the Roswell crash. But don't worry, we're not talking about Roswell again. The connection is that in the miniseries, aliens take on the form of friendly-looking animals, like a smiling squirrel wearing a shirt. In that particular scene, the squirrel leads a child to a home in a hollow tree, pulled from his bedtime storybook.
When you're a kid, all you ever want is for the stories your mom reads you to be true.
But of course, it's a trap! The kid just got abducted. And if you've seen the film, you know Spielberg recycled the exact same concept for Disclosure Day. By the film's climax, Margaret and Daniel relive their childhood.
That's why Spielberg is the GOAT, man.
And we see a young Margaret lured by animals into a house that's glowing from the inside. It's a pretty deep-cut reference to the lore Spielberg has built up over the years. there's another reference going on when Margaret remembers her past. During the scene, she recalls a comforting song from her childhood, and we see young Margaret singing "Someday My Prince Will Come" from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. For starters, it's a little bit surprising, considering that Disclosure Day hails from Universal Pictures and Snow White is a Disney film. But if there's any filmmaker who is able to get the exact song he wants, it's Steven Spielberg.
All of this is true.
More relevantly, "Someday My Prince Will Come" is honestly the perfect song for Margaret to sing at that moment. For starters, you've got the woodland critter connection. Snow White had animals drawing her bidding all over the place, helping her clean up the cottage and do the laundry and whatnot. Young Margaret, meanwhile, clearly loves woodland critters enough to allow them to lead her to a surreal house in the forest. But the fairy tale of Snow White could also be read as a tale of the loss of innocence, which is precisely what happens with Margaret. Snow White leaves her home and ventures forth into the woods, making the transition from childhood innocence into adulthood. Young Margaret also ventures into a forest where the aliens eventually imbue her with the gift of universal communication. She goes from an innocent girl to having the potential to unlock all knowledge. When Daniel and Jane are on the run from Wardex, Jane takes him to the monastery of St. Clair of the Dawn, where she wanted to be a nun but dropped out. Most of us
She wanted to be a nun and dropped out. That's when she didn't realize. That's why I said it earlier. People gonna start questioning controversy turns into chaos. She started calling nun and everything. She was like, "Nun, is God real? Does God love us? Why would He?" And that's when the nun told her, like, we're His greatest creation on earth. He didn't say His greatest creation in the universe on earth. But like I said, I'm not trying to debate or nothing. This is what they said in the movie.
Wouldn't bat an eye at the name of the monastery, but any Catholic priest in the audience got a little foreshadowing as to how the film would end. St. Clair is, believe it or not, the patron saint of television and telecommunication. She's also the patron saint of good weather, laundry, and eye disease. But for the purposes of Disclosure Day, TV is the most important. So, how did a 12th century saint get assigned to 20th century technology? In one of the miracles attributed to her, she was too sick to go to Mass one night, but was miraculously still able to watch the service play out on her bedroom wall, the world's first divine live stream. Based on that, Pope Pius XII gave her the designation in 1957. Television, and to a larger degree communication as a whole, obviously plays heavily into the end of Disclosure Day, when they hijack a news broadcast to show their alien footage to the world. Who knows? Maybe they wouldn't have been so successful without a little guiding
I feel like that's gonna happen one day. They're already doing this UFO, showing us UFO files each and every day. Every other day, UFO files being released. We're gonna see more stuff being released. Now it's our job whether we wanna, it's on us how we take it in.
touch from the patron saint of screens. Disclosure Day has a surprising amount of religious iconography. The movie isn't just interested in how the global populace would respond to proof of alien life, but how it would impact every facet of our lives. And the avatar of these ideas is Jane. Even though she left the life of the cloth behind, she's clearly still deeply religious, and she becomes something of a savior by the end of the film. Something you should have seen coming if you were paying attention, and maybe also went to Sunday school growing up. Early in the film, Noah Scanlon, the head of Wardex, uses alien technology to appear to Jane at the cabin. He manipulates her into telling him
His alien technology, I feel he used a communication stick to control her mind. I don't know, man. So the government uses some type of alien technology as well when they need to try to like solve their crimes per se. That helps them. In this part of the movie, what he does, he takes over her mind, or he taps into her mind where she only sees him. He does the same thing to Hugo as well. It's like it's only in the mind, so it's like that part's kind of scary as well because you kind of start to think like, yo, what kind of technology the government really has out here, and it's like, oh, you could be anywhere in the world, and it could be right there, like, hey, I see you, like, say like you're wanted for like extreme M word or whatever, and for like multiple M's, right? So like you're on a warrant for multiple M's. You just be sleeping in your bed and you wake up, you see a federal agent sitting down and you say, "Hello, Charles. We know where you're at. Look around for me." "I don't want to look around, Charles." and you're looking around. Next thing you know, you're just giving them location. The Fed's still right there. Then when you look back at the chair, the Fed man gone, and he's like, "Bro, what the heck? You think that was in your head?" You go to the bathroom, put some water in your face, watch, and you hear boom, 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 boom. And you're wondering how. Was it all a dream? Now you gone psychotic. That shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that shit had you thinking like, oh, that shit's fucking wild.
Where Daniel's hiding, and later alters her mind so that she'll try to kill Daniel herself. But at least at first, Jane tries to resist Noah's attempts by digging a crucifix into the palm of her hand. The pain allows her to resist momentarily, but it also forces blood to come out. It's a pretty blatant visual depiction of stigmata, the mysterious manifestation of wounds on the hands and feet that correspond to Jesus' wounds on the cross. Okay, so what? Well, if you recall, Daniel gives Jane the same alien artifact Noah uses to access her mind. Jane then arrives at the news station at the film's end to give the device to Margaret so that she can bring power back to the station and give her broad.
Yeah, because they try to cut the power off, and she uses to cut the power back on. Like the government, the government in this movie, they cut the power off in the news station so she couldn't reveal the truth. Then Jane gave Margaret the communication stick. I'm gonna call it a communication stick because, yeah, communication stick. And when Margaret got the communication stick, the powers are now coming from her, basically, and everything tuned back on. Then she proceeds.
In a way, Jane becomes a savior to mankind by being instrumental in getting the truth out there. Eyes are the single most important motif in all of Disclosure Day. Even before the film came out, the film's posters emphasized eyes, with one appearing inside of a flying saucer. And the heart of the film relies heavily on the eyes. They come up frequently. When Noah uses the alien technology to infiltrate Jane's mind, we see this possession take effect because Jane's normally striking blue eyes transform into Noah's brown ones. It signals to us that her brain is inhabited by someone else. At one point,
like mind control.
In the film, an image of a butterfly can be seen in Margaret's eye. And when we see an alien outside of video footage for the first time, the camera zooms in on its eye. A basic
That part right there was kind of like, whoa. Like, because the alien eye, I'm not gonna lie, y'all call me weird, but some people think this. The alien's eyes are beautiful. They're just big and black. But think about it, like,
footage for the first time, the camera zooms.
Look at that. That's beautiful. It's just big.
Zooms in on its eye. A basic interpretation of this is that Disclosure Day is all about perception. More specifically, it's about who controls what we're allowed to see. Wardeck spends a film
Y'all hear that, right? Who controls what we're allowed to see? Now that just opens something in my brain. I'm over here talking about that's a communication stick, but at the same time, what if they had the aliens use a communication stick as like the whole? Because we don't see the word for, how they say we don't see the word for what it actually is. Yo, that shit. This is.
Trying to hide and obfuscate the truth, while Daniel, Hugo, and the rest of their collective want the world to know about aliens. Our eyes have been shielded, but Daniel wants all of us to see clearly for the first time. Butterflies and eyes are also images commonly associated with MK Ultra, the discontinued CIA program from the 50s through the 70s that explored the potential of mind control as a weapon, or at least as a...
That's MK Ultra. Another rabbit hole we'll dive into. After once it's we'll probably dive into that tomorrow. Let me know if y'all want me to dive into MK Ultra.
Useful intelligence gathering tool. The butterfly part of it comes from an alleged offshoot of the program called Project Monarch. Yeah, we're talking conspiracy theories here, but that's the point of the movie. It's about a shadowy government organization hunting down whistleblowers who want to expose their secret alien knowledge. So it's not a stretch to suggest Spielberg deliberately...
Nah. See, they cut all off part. See, I thought they was going crazy. Now I'm going to go crazy for it. But hey, if y'all want to look at this video, this is small details you missed in Steven Spielberg Disclosure Day by the Looper YouTube channel, 5.772 million subscribers. I'll clip that later and put a video, but nah, I was trying disclosure day ending explain. Yeah. Let's see this.
Steven Spielberg is back on the Alien train, but Disclosure Day hits closer to home in a lot of ways than his past movies. Here's a deeper look into what the ending really means. Spoilers ahead! Plot-wise, Disclosure Day sticks to the playbook of any given paranoia-driven thriller. Daniel Kellner and his new girlfriend Jane are on the run from Wardex, a powerful shadow.
I don't want to hear his voice.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day just released. This will be my video for the ending, the big cliffhanger, and the big secret they leave with at the end of the movie. It's his fourth movie he's directed personally that deals with aliens. He's been involved in way more if you count the ones where he was just an executive producer on, but Disclosure Day has a fun way of referencing at least all of his own personally directed alien and sci-fi based movies, especially Close Encounters of the Third Kind, one of his earliest films. So we will break it all down. This is why I think we didn't spot any big Transformers references in the movie, because he's just executive producer on all those live-action Michael Bay Transformers movies. But it would have been funny if they'd have seen a VW Beetle or a giant truck driving in the background that looked a lot like Optimus Prime. Careful for spoilers for the end of the movie. We will be talking about everything and what it means. At the end of the movie, Emily Blunt and Josh O'Connor's characters, Margaret Fairchild and Daniel Kellner, remember that they were both abducted by the aliens in the movie when they were 10 years old and had since suppressed the memories. Coleman Domingo's character, Hugo Wakefield, helps guide them through the process of remembering their encounter with the aliens and helps them to...
You guys think Hugo was the alien? He might have been. Hugo might have been the alien, I'm not gonna lie. Either he was the alien or he just knew so much. But I honestly think he was a hybrid.
fully unlock the special gifts that the aliens gave to them when they were 10.
The reason why I think he was a hybrid. Second, I think he even knows a lot, but I really think he's a hybrid because of his relationship with Info 17. Deadass for real. The way he just rode Buddy Yell, pulled up like, and he said he been holding him, hiding him for like 6 years, 5 years. Like, come on now.
In an extended scene, we see a full flashback to the aliens taking them to one of their ships, upgrading, evolving their bodies with enhanced abilities with the sole purpose of helping the aliens communicate with humans and helping humans understand and empathize with both the alien species and with each other, humans understanding each other more fully.
So, like I said, Steven Spielberg was given a message. This movie was a message and how we should interact with extraterrestrial beings. Do not be afraid. How you think they look at us? You know, like I said, let's go back to the races. Like, how did white people look at black people back in the day? How did Chinese people look at Indian people back in the day? How did Hispanic people look at Spain people? You know what I'm saying? Like, we all looked at somebody different because they didn't look at us once upon a time. But then we learned to accept them because we're all the same. That's kind of what we're going through right now. And that's okay. We don't have to be scared at all. Don't be scared. God said, love thy neighbor. And it's okay. It's okay. Just love thy neighbor. Hey, think about it this way. The love of your life may not even be human. Yeah. They could be extraterrestrial being. Why limit yourself? Think outside the box.
Hugo reveals that he'd been working with one of the aliens he helped to rescue from the organization that he and Daniel had been working at called Wardex, that had been suppressing knowledge of the alien encounters since the 1940s in the Roswell crash. The movie heavily references a lot of real-world UFO lore. Literally, while I was making this video, the government Department of War actually released a whole bunch of files on what they think are alien.
Didn't we just see this earlier on stream? If you rewind this stream back, I don't know if you're on Kick, Twitch, or YouTube right now, but if you rewind this stream back to the very beginning, we just went over the news clips about what they just dropped today what they just dropped 2 hours, 3 hours ago. They just released new UFO files. Post date 2 days after Disclosure Day. It was a message where we're gonna go through an evolution soon. They already said since 1977 to now, they said the percentage of people that believe in there's other beings living in our universe has increased from like 20 something to 66 now. By September or November this year, it's going to be 100%. I said this earlier, it's going to be 100%. By next year, we'll be in our process. We'll be in our process going through the evolution next year. But by November, it will be 100% where everyone believes this, whether they want to or not. They are our family, and we must be kind and stop being mean to folks, because it's the toxins they put in this air with us, bro. It's okay to be nice, bro. You don't have to leave a troll comments. Even I have to work on that. Sometimes we want to leave a troll comment. Sometimes we want to joke around. Jokes are cool, nothing wrong with that. But, sometimes we just, at just the beginning of it, we have to get back. We have to, I don't want to say we came not too sympathetic, but we can't be we became too desensitized. But we also became too sensitive as well. We need balance. And these beings that have been monitoring us are coming to show us balance. Because we need balance. We are our own worst enemies. Why be afraid of something we don't know when stuff that we do know brings us so much harm? You get what I'm saying? That's
encounters. So like it's literally unfolding in front of us in present day right now. The movie heavily plays on this whole conspiracy aspect that there have been alien encounters on Earth previously and people have been covering it up. Hugo tells them that after he rescued this alien revealed to him that their species' whole culture is based on empathy. Their race never meant humans any harm. They aren't planning on conquering Earth or anything. It's not a war of the world situation to make the other Steven Spielberg war-based alien movie comp. And they just want everyone in the universe to understand each other more fully and empathize with each other more fully, like live together in harmony in a like glorified Star Trek universe situation.
Exactly, man. Exactly, man. Y'all don't know what's going on, bro. Y'all don't know what's going on, man. Y'all don't know it, man. And I be yelling out, gang, gang. Do you gang, gang? All my aliens side with the gang, gang. I be with the evens, the grays, I be with the evens, the grays, the Placidians, the Venusians, the evens, the grays, the Placidians, the Venusians, the evens, the grays, the Placidians, the Venusians. Hey, hey, hey. Talking about
live long and prosper.
Live long.
The aliens'
and
goal is
prosper.
to reach
Live long and prosper.
Star Trek levels, but without all the wars that you see in the Star Trek movies and Star Trek TV shows. This movie only confirms that there's at least one other group of aliens trying to contact the humans. They don't talk about other groups of aliens, but the movie does reference there possibly being other alien races out there amongst the stars in the universe. Like, it's not just these two races trying to interact with each other. So making the Star Trek reference again, there are good aliens out there and there are bad aliens out there. Not everybody gets along, but the aliens in this...
Didn't we go over that earlier too? There are good aliens out there and they're bad. But right now, the ones that are biased are the good. Thank God they ain't the bad ones, or we're fucked. It's like there's good people and there's bad humans. You see? There's yin and yang everywhere.
This movie's whole culture is based on empathy and understanding each other, so they're supposed to be the good aliens. To this end, the aliens gave Daniel the ability to understand their language using mathematics, and they enhance his brain so that he can translate their language instantly using math as a substrate, as if he were speaking a foreign language fluently on Earth. He essentially decodes their language. He sees equations.
Evil. That's Evil 17. Evil 17. Let me tell y'all who this guy is. Let me tell you who I think he is. This is
on, and then there's another lady. Pictures of this man, Valiant Thor, his vice.
You see that? That's who evil is. Valiant Thor. Valiant Thor.
Vice Commander Dawn, and then there's, filed it away and just thought, wow, there's pictures of this man, Valiant Thor, his vice.
Valiant Thor. That's who evil is. Reason why I believe Valiant Thor is evil.
Commander Dawn, and then
I'm sure, yeah.
It as well.
What happened to Valiant Thor? Did he leave the planet? Did he die? Where is he now?
Well, from and everything that I tell you is what Dr. Frank told me. So I'm
Watch this now, yo. Watch this.
I guess the
It's gonna explain why I think it.
spokesperson.
You're the go-between
I'm
now.
the go-between at this point since Dr. Frank is gone. But he left on March 16th, 1960, and then returned on March 16th, 1961. And Dr. Frank said has been here ever since.
He's here now.
He's here now. And
Valiant Thor. If you watching this stream, we come in peace. I swear to God, gang. We come in peace. Well, I don't know about the rest of you folks, but I know people who are on this stream, and they watching me now, Valiant Thor. We come in peace.
and that he commands a giant starship that is 14 miles long and 7 miles wide, and that there is a Victor-class fleet.
Well, basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So, Valiant Thor is Evil 17. Evil 17 is Valiant Thor. Valiant Thor is Evil 17. Evil 17 is Valiant Thor. Valiant Thor, I swear to God, bro. Please come out and tell these humans. We need peace, bro. We need empathy, gang. Like, bro, when the world needs you most, we need you like the Avatar right now, Valiant Thor. Please come. Please come. Please. But nah, on a serious note, if you're watching this Valiant Thor, I fuck with you. Can I say fuck with you? That's human language in Ebonics for I appreciate all that you have done for humanity as well alongside. And you know the good thing? They let us know they're not God or nothing. But we have to appreciate Valiant Thor, aka Evil 7. I appreciate you. And so many others appreciate you. So could you just come out and do with the Spielberg thing so we can all just live in peace and harmony. Valiant Thor. Evil. Valiant Thor. Evil. Valiant Thor. Evil. Okay, let me stop. But yeah, man. I'm about to take it in. If y'all want to watch the rest of this video right here, this is Disclosure Day end credits and ending explained by Emergency Awesome. 4.75 million subscribers. They going crazy. I will play the rest, but I kind of, had my idea. I kind of got to the part I want to get to, but they probably got some real sauce, and yeah, man, cause I kind of did it in the last video, but yeah, appreciate everybody coming through to the Alien Hour. As always, we're gonna come back tomorrow night with it. You feel me? We try and get consistent with this. You feel me? I see my VOD been going up with the views. The more views I see in my VOD, the more it's like, okay, now I gotta go to work. Now I gotta, spread the word. This is my work right here. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? I don't get paid from it yet. But I mean, like, yeah, this my work from it. Like, it's a hobby. I enjoy doing this. But yeah, but I see my VOD's been going up. I appreciate everybody coming through, viewing me. Even if they ain't come here today, they look at the VODs later on. I appreciate that. I see my analytics going up and everything. That's cool. Y'all really fucking with the kid. I appreciate that. But yeah, let me know if y'all want me to touch on MK Ultra on the comments on the YouTube, cause I'm gonna clip that too. I don't know if y'all can leave comments, but I think if you leave comments, I'll see you in my VOD. So we do it there too. Well, yeah, type shit. But yeah, man. Thank y'all for coming through for the alien hours. You feel me? Like always. It was supposed to be 1 hour, but we got the 2 hours because that's how it be when you get lost in the sauce. You get lost in the sauce, you dig what I'm saying? So when you get lost in the sauce, you get lost in the sauce, you dig what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Thanks for coming to the alien hour. My Matrix family, if you're new here, hit that like, hit that subscribe button on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, D-Matrix, Twitter, everywhere, D-Matrix, follow everywhere. And if you're new here, if you've been here, what it do, cousin, family, one love, like always, Matrix,